Talk about adding and subtracting polynomials. When you're adding and subtracting polynomials, you want to look to combine like terms. Like terms are when you have terms that have the same variables and then those variables have the same exponents. Some really simple examples are right here. We have negative 2 plus 5, which would combine to equal 3. So when you have just numbers that have no variables, those are also considered like terms. Another example is 3x plus 4x. When you combine those, you need to add the coefficient. The coefficient is the number in front of the variable. So the 3 plus the 4 would give us 7, and then you don't change the variable, you just added them together because they have the same variable. So that gives us 7x. The next example is 11xy minus 3xy. When we combine the 11 minus the 3, we get 8xy. Let's look at some more examples. So for example 1, I have 3x plus 2, a binomial, plus 4x minus 5, another binomial. 3x and 4x are like terms because they both have x. So we say 3 plus 4 would give us 7x. Then I have 2 plus negative 5. Always be careful with your negatives. So 2 plus negative 5 would give us negative 3. Because the 5 is larger and it's negative, it'll turn out to be a negative number when we combine them. On example 2, we have two trinomials added together. Remember, trinomials are a group of 3 terms. So we have 11x minus 2y plus 5 plus 2x plus 6y minus 3. So the terms with x, I've underlined here in orange, those are going to go together. So we have 11x plus 2x, which would combine to give us 13x. I have negative 2y plus 6y, which will combine to give us 4y. I have 5 plus negative 3. Again, always be careful when you end up with a negative. So 5 minus 3 is how we could think of it, and that would just give us 2. On example 3, what if we have a number in the front of our parentheses? So the first step here would be to distribute. So if we say 2 times 7x, we get 14x. If we say 2 times negative 1, we get negative 2. I also need to distribute the negative 3. So I end up with negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. And then I need to combine like terms. So I put together the terms that have x. 14x minus 3x would give me 11x, and negative 2 minus 12 will give me negative 14. Let's look at 2 more examples. So here is where these problems can have some application. What if we have triangles and we're asked some things about their perimeter? Perimeter is to add all the sides of a figure. So let's say I'm given this triangle, and the 3 sides are 3x, 2x minus 1, and 4x plus 5. And we've learned the perimeter is to add all the sides. So that turns it into an adding polynomials problem. So I'll simply write it the same way my other examples looked. I have 3x plus 2x minus 1 plus 4x plus 5. Then I combine the terms that have x. So we have 3x plus 2x is 5x plus 4x will give me 9x. And then I can combine my numbers. I have negative 1 plus 5, which would give me 4. So my perimeter is 9x plus 4. Now what if they give me the perimeter and they give me 2 sides and I'm missing a side and I have to figure that out? The first thing to do is add the 2 sides I already know. So I put together 3x minus 2 plus x plus 4. The x's go together, so 3x plus 1x is 4x. I have negative 2 plus 4 would give me 2. So I take those 2 sides that I already know, I have the perimeter that was given, and I need to subtract. So the perimeter minus the 2 sides will give me the one that I'm missing. So 12x minus 4x is 8x, and 3 minus 2 is 1. So just keep in mind when you're adding and subtracting polynomials, you want to combine like terms. Do not change their exponents. You just match the ones that have the same variables and the same exponents. But those exponents don't change. You just combine the numbers in the front. Thank you.